just done insert a new page basically, and then insert form and form. Let me just do it again. Insert form and form gives me the red lines. I stay within that and I say insert and I say form and text field, and I call it as search. Is that right? I said I'll call this ID as search. Is that okay? Click on OK. And I just write down insert form and where's the button. What you need to write on top is go, but it can be just changed here. So is that okay? Yeah. So that's my form, but on this form's property, I need to link it to result.php page. Is that right? And the method I need to set up is get. Is that okay? Which I'll tell you what happens when we change that, but you just have to remember what did you set. Is that okay? Just save this page, file and save. This is called search page. Is that okay? Right? But this can be on every page also. Does that make sense? On your website, this code can be on top of every page, isn't it? If you want, because that's how it is. When you go to a real website, search option is on every page, isn't it? But it links you to a specific page. Do you understand? It links you to a specific page. And what is that specific page? It is linking you to a result.php page. Is that right? So I can actually put this code in all my web pages if I want to. Doesn't matter, right? But now important is creating the new page. So new, and that should be your PHP page. Is that okay? Create. Now on this page, what do you do? Insert data objects, dynamic data, and dynamic table. Is that right?
Yeah.
Click here. There's no record set. It will ask me to create a record set. Is that right? I'm going to just create on record set. Now here, this is the table. This is the connection. That is the table. Filter. Now you said you wanted title. Is that right?
Yeah.
Just title. Now is equal to. Is that right? Now if your method was post, you will choose form variable. If your method was get, you will choose URL parameter. So I said method as get. So I'm going to just say URL parameter. What is your box name? What is the name of your box? Search. So just write SEARCH. Page done. Done. All and okay. It's done. Page is done. File, save, and I call it as result. Is that right?
Was that PHP?
Yeah, it's PHP. Yeah, this is result, this is search, right? This page knows that it has to go to result, and result knows that something is coming from that page called as search to me. Is that right?
Yeah.
So all I have to do is now run this page in whatever browser you have, and if I say live, there's no record with live. I'm sure. Oh, I did not say live. I did not say live. I know why. I know why this has not worked. Because it is looking for an exact match. I was in such a rush of excitement. This excitement of showing you this, isn't it? So I just did not change that. I'll go here and change it wherever that line is. Select. It should not be equal to. It should be like. So like percentage. I'm gonna do it on the screen again so that you know, because this is I'm just changing the code at the back. because how was it's not because I messed up the code. I need to do this page again. The record set again, basically. Let me just do this. If something is wrong, instead of you doing the record set again, just delete. Does that make sense? Just delete everything. That's best because you will not know where to go, and I don't want you to mess up and struggle. And Dreamweaver is funny on top of that. Dreamweaver writes down that code 10 times again. So just don't bother. Just go back to your design, insert, because that's more quicker. Dynamic data, dynamic table. Don't. File save. Because it doesn't see it as empty. So insert. Data objects, dynamic data table. Is there a code still there? There's no code, still it is not picking it up. Where is my server behavior now? Look, this is what I don't like about. There's nothing here, but this page is not helping. Close.
I'm concerned because you see record set 1.
It is not there because it's not saving. It's still coming from the cache, so it's okay. I'm just gonna go new PHP and I'm gonna overwrite that page. Does that make sense? It's just not worth the hassle. Data objects, dynamic data, dynamic table, record set. Here we said title and we said URL parameter and we said search.
How do you change if you have the title?
The filter is title.
But instead of equals is what?
Contains. So instead of saying equal to, just say contains. Does that make sense? That means like. Yeah? And that was it. That is what mistake I made in my previous one. I did not change that. I just said equal. And there's no title with just exact equal life or love. The whole title needs to be written out. So it has to be contains. All records. Okay. File. Save. Result. Yes. Yeah. So I go back here and I goes. I'm sure there is a. Yeah. You search. Is there any more? I don't know which other titles are there, but is there any other you remember?
Rock.
Is there a song with a rock? No, I don't think so. There's a title with a type levels, top. Okay, U is a common word. We could put U in. I don't know how many of them will there be. So whatever you put in, obviously we have to modify or beautify this code that when there is no record, I get a nice message to say there is no records found. Does that make sense? Not that empty table but something to inform user that nothing found. Is that okay? Can I do something else? Can I show you one more thing quickly if it is not too complicated?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason is because usually when you do a search, I'm going to do another page and call it as result 1 and we can link that one as well. The reason for that is because when you are actually doing a search, right, you search anywhere. You don't search just the title. A person might be writing down the artist name. So you want to search the artist name or whatever somebody could write down. Is that right? So it could be basically our fields in our table ID is not searchable. Is that right? Doesn't know the ID. Title, artist, type. Is that right? Rating might be not and price might not be. But then these three fields, title, artist and type, you might want to allow the search in any of the three fields. Is that right? Do you understand? So in that case what you will have to do in here, when I do insert data objects, record set, filter, title, and we said contains, and we said URL parameter search. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you do this, go to advanced. It would have already written down this code for you. Title, like, whatever it is written it down, don't change that. Does that make sense? But you could just add here, or what was the table field name? Artist, right? So artist, and I'm going to just copy exactly the same. Does that make sense? This line, is that right? Or type none. So that means I've searched in 3 and they are all or. That means it finds that word anywhere in or any of these 3 fields. Give me the answer. Does that make sense? So just click on OK. OK. All. OK. Is that okay? So now file, save as. I'm just going to call this one as result 1 or result all. Result all. Is that right? And I can go back here and change that to. Is that okay? I mean, I'm calling that file now from here. Save. Now if I write down jazz, all the jazz records come, right? If I write down the name of, I'm looking for a title, it'll come up. Is that okay? If I am looking for a name of the artist, anything, any out of any 3 you write down, you will get the results. I mean, basically person is writing down anything about that song. If you have it, you will get it. Does that make sense? Yeah? So I hope this tells you what you're creating a form, you added a text field, you added a submit button, you call that text field search, is that right? And you just created action and you wrote that name, is that right? And method was get or post. If it is get, then it is URL parameter. If it is post, it will be form variable in the other box. So on that page, you're creating a record set and you're choosing contain field and writing down the name of the whatever you gave that box name, you're just writing down that box name.
The action was a property of the form, not the field.
No,
It's the
form. Action is the property of a form. Is that okay? Yeah? Can I leave you with this to finish before when I come back? You would have struggled, tumbled, hit computer, but might have done that, right? Some of you might have sweared, but whatever you would have done. So I should be back by 2:30, but I'm expecting it could be 3. Is that okay? So go for your lunch, come back and do this. Yeah, I'm gonna put this video on the K drive in today's folder. So if you want to watch this video, because I don't have the time to publish it on YouTube right now, I'll do it at the end of the day. But this video, I'm gonna put it on K drive, right? Alright.